Today we are going to discuss 5 R's for a renewed life. The first R stands for respect. I would like to define this word respect with a different meaning, which can be called respect. In Latin, this word spect means to see or to look. So I have to bring that idea here by saying respect means to see or look again at things or people with a different look or with a different attitude, which means there should be a change in our look and attitude towards people, nature and things. Here comes a question: how do we see or look at the people around us? Most often we look at people as objects. We see them as objects. We know what is objects. Objects are always for satisfying our desires and needs. We know that. So we should not degrade our fellow beings, our human beings, our friends, our neighbors, or our near and dear ones. We should not degrade them as objects. Rather, we should see them as humans. We should see humans as humans. And we should serve them as humans, and we should serve them rather than to be served. We should love them rather than to be loved. We should show compassion and mercy towards them. That is what is located here. So first R is to respect others or to review others as they are and to consider as they are and accept them as they are. The second R stands for retreat. Here I would like to redefine the word retreat like this: retreat, which means to treat everything and everyone differently. Here, the first word respect and retreat are interlinked and intertwined, which means that once we start to respect things or persons, we can also retreat people, which means we will be able to give each one's their due, and we will not judge others, and we will listen to others, and we will treat them as they are, and we will not look them down. So this is really, retreating is really a need of the time. We should treat everyone as they are. Having discussed about retreat, we will move to the next R, which is recollect. Recollect, which means to collect everything, all your deeds that happened in your past, bring them together, both goods and bads. Recollect them and recall them in your mind and think about them, and through which, by recollecting good deeds, will boost you up to do further good deeds again and again, and recollecting the bad deeds or the sins that happen in your life will enable you to keep you away from them and not to do them anymore. So recollection should happen every day in our life. So by the end of the day, by night before sleeping, we should be able to recollect what are things that happen in our life. We should recollect them and we have to bring them together in our mind. This is what is meant by recollection. The next step is to return, which means turn back. By recollecting the past deeds will enable us or will remind us that whether we have taken any wrong way or wrong track in our life. If we have taken any wrong track or wrong way, we should be able to, or we should be courageous enough to walk back or to turn back to take the right path or right way. Don't give a chance to regret of the road which is not taken. So at the right time, the right moment, when we realize, we should be courageous enough or we should be able to turn back. This is what is meant by return. The last R is reconciliation. So the recollection will lead us into return, and when we return, we will be able to reconcile ourselves. So by reconciliation, the word means that restoration of the lost relationships, restoration of the relations, restoration of the lost relation to God, to others, and to nature, and to oneself. So we should have a friendly relation with all these factors or all these categories of relationships. So this is what is meant by reconciliation. So once again, to wrap up all the things that we have discussed, from respect we will move to retreat. When we are able to respect, we will be able to retreat. When we start to retreat ourselves, we will be able to recollect ourselves. And when we start to recollect, we will be able to return. And when we return, we will be able to reconcile with all these relationships. Thank you.